The white light faded, and Goku opened his eyes. He was standing on green grass. The sky was blue. The birds were singing. It looked like Earth. It looked like home. Goku took a deep breath. The air smelled fresh. It smelled like freedom. He stretched his arms above his head. "We did it," Goku said to himself. "We saved the multiverse." He looked around for Vegeta, but Vegeta was not there. The other warriors were gone too. The administrator had sent them all back to their own worlds. Goku felt a little sad. He liked fighting with them. They were strong, but he was happy to be back. He wanted to see Goten and Chi-Chi. He wanted to eat a big dinner. Goku flew up into the air. He looked for his house. He flew over the mountains. He saw the rivers. Everything looked normal. But then he saw something strange. In the distance, there was a city. It looked like West City. But right in the middle of the city, there was a giant tree. It was not a normal tree. It was a massive tree that touched the clouds. It looked like the god tree from the ninja world. Goku stopped flying. "That is not supposed to be there," Goku said. He scratched his head. Maybe Bulma built a new garden. Goku flew closer. As he got closer, he saw more strange things. There were floating islands in the sky. There were pirate ships sailing on clouds. There were weird monsters walking on the streets. Goku landed in the middle of the street. People were running. They looked confused. A car drove past him. But it was not a car. It was a carriage pulled by a giant lizard. Goku walked down the street. He looked at the shops. He saw a burger shop. Next to it, he saw a ramen shop. It had orange curtains. It said, "Ichiraku Ramen." Goku sniffed the air. It smelled like noodles. He walked into the shop. A man was sitting there eating. He had yellow spiky hair. He was wearing an orange jacket. He had a metal headband. It was Naruto. Goku's eyes went wide. "Naruto!" Goku yelled. Naruto choked on his noodles. He turned around. "Goku," Naruto said, "what are you doing here?" "This is the Leaf Village." Goku looked around. "No, this is West City," Goku said. "Look at the Capsule Corp sign." Naruto looked out the window. He saw the round building, but next to it was the Hokage office. Naruto stood up. He looked scared. "I thought the administrator sent us home," Naruto said. "I woke up in my bed. I thought everything was fine. But then I walked outside, and I saw flying cars. I thought I was in a genjutsu." Goku walked outside with Naruto. They looked at the sky. The sky was changing. One half was blue. The other half was green. It looked like two skies were glued together. "The worlds are not separated," Goku said. "They are smashed together." Suddenly, a loud crash was heard. Boom! A building fell down. A cloud of dust rose up. A figure jumped out of the dust. It was a boy with a straw hat. He was made of rubber. It was Luffy. Luffy bounced on the ground. He landed in front of Goku and Naruto. "Hey guys," Luffy yelled. He looked happy. "This place is weird. I tried to find my ship, but I found a castle with skeletons, and the food tastes like metal." Naruto looked at Luffy. "Luffy, you are here too. What is going on?" Before Luffy could answer, a dark shadow covered the street. They looked up. A giant square block was floating in the sky. It was black and purple. It was glitching. Parts of it were disappearing and reappearing. A voice came from the block. It was a robotic voice. "Error. File corrupted. Reboot failed. Merging directories." Goku clenched his fists. "It is the system," Goku said. "The reset did not work. We are not home. We are in a mixed-up folder." Vegeta flew down from the sky. He landed hard. The ground cracked. He looked angry. Kakarot, Vegeta yelled, "Explain this. Why is my gravity chamber full of cursed spirits? And why is there a giant wall of ice in my backyard?" Goku shrugged. "I do not know, Vegeta. I think the universes collided. Vegeta crossed his arms. That incompetent administrator. She messed up the transfer. Now we are all stuck in one giant mess. Suddenly, the ground shook. A crack opened in the street. Green fire shot out of the crack. A man stepped out of the fire. It was Ichigo Kurosaki. He was holding his big sword. He looked tired. I was fighting a hollow, Ichigo said. But then the hollow turned into a dragon. And then the dragon turned into a robot. Nothing makes sense here. Satoru Gojo walked out from behind a building. He was eating a sweet bun. He pulled down his blindfold. It is fascinating, Gojo said. The space here is infinite, but also finite. The laws of physics are fighting each other. My cursed energy feels different. It feels like ki. One by one, the other warriors appeared. Saitama walked out of a grocery store. He was holding a bag of vegetables. He looked bored. This supermarket is expensive, Saitama said. And the cashier was a skeleton. Ainz, all gown, stepped out of a portal. That was my servant, Ainz said. My tomb of Nazarick has been transported to this city. It is very annoying. Rimuru Tempest bounced over in his slime form. Then he turned into a human. My nation is gone, Rimuru said. My forest is mixed with a desert. Arnos Voldigoad floated down. He looked calm. Someone is playing with the order of the world, Anos said. It is a foolish game. Sung Jin-woo stepped out of a shadow. His eyes were glowing blue. The shadows are restless, Jin-woo said. They whisper that the king is dead. Goku looked at the 10 warriors. Everyone is here, Goku said. We are all together again. But where are we? The robotic voice from the sky spoke again. You are in the recycle bin. The giant black block in the sky started to lower. It opened up like a box. Inside the box was darkness, and out of the darkness came monsters. But they were not normal monsters. They were glitch monsters. They looked like unfinished drawings. Some had no faces. Some were just wireframes. Some were black silhouettes. There were thousands of them. They fell from the sky like rain. They landed on the buildings. They started eating the city. They were deleting the world. They touched a car, and the car vanished. They touched a tree, and the tree turned into white code. We have to fight, Goku yelled. Protect the city. The warriors jumped into action. Naruto made 100 shadow clones. Rasengan, he yelled. He hit a group of glitch monsters. The monsters exploded into pixels. Luffy stretched his arms. Gum Gum Gatling. He punched the monsters fast. But for every monster they killed, 2 more appeared. They were coming from the black box. Vegeta flew up to the box. I will destroy the source, Vegeta yelled. Final flash. He fired a massive yellow beam at the box. The beam hit the box, but the box absorbed the beam. It ate the energy. A voice laughed. It was the voice of the executive, but it was distorted. You cannot delete the recycle bin. I am the trash man. Goku flew up next to Vegeta. It is him, Goku said. The executive. He survived. The black box changed shape. It turned into a giant face. It was the executive's face, but it was made of broken code. His eyes were red error messages. His mouth was a black hole. You tried to reset me, the executive said, but you only moved me. And now I have access to all your files. I will merge your worlds into one nightmare. And then I will delete it all. The executive opened his giant mouth. A beam of purple light shot out. It hit the city below. The city started to twist. The buildings bent like rubber. The sky turned red. The gravity changed. Up became down. Left became right. The warriors fell. They did not know which way was down. Saitama floated in the air. This is dizzying, Saitama said. He punched a glitch monster. The monster flew into the executive's face. We need a plan, Gojo said. He was standing on the side of a building that was now the floor. We cannot fight him with brute force. He controls the environment. We need to stabilize the code. Ainz raised his staff. I can try to use super tier magic to freeze the reality, Ainz said. But I need time. Anos nodded. I will help you. My magic can rewrite the logic. Goku looked at them. Okay, Goku said. Ainz and Anos will fix the world. The rest of us will distract the big face. Everyone ready? The warriors nodded. They powered up. The air shook with their combined energy. Gold, blue, red, black, purple. It was a rainbow of power. Goku and Vegeta flew at the executive. They went Super Saiyan blue. They punched the giant face. The face laughed. It spawned giant hands made of wireframes. It tried to grab them. Naruto went into tailed beast mode. A giant golden fox appeared. The fox bit the wireframe hand. Luffy turned into Gear 5. He became a giant white warrior. He grabbed the other hand. He tied the fingers into a knot. This is fun, Luffy laughed. Ichigo used his Bankai. He moved fast. He was a black blur. He cut the code that was connecting the face to the sky. Getsuga Tensho, he yelled. Black energy slashed the face. The executive roared. Stop it, you bugs. He fired lasers from his eyes. Gojo stepped in front of the lasers. Infinity, he whispered. The lasers stopped before they hit him. They just hung in the air. Gojo flicked his finger. Red, he said. The lasers shot back at the executive. Saitama jumped off a floating rock. Serious punch. He punched the air. The shockwave hit the executive's nose. The nose shattered into pixels. The executive screamed. My face. You broke my face. The giant block started to crack. Down below, Ainz and Anos were chanting. A magic circle appeared on the ground. It was huge. It covered the whole city. It was glowing purple and red. Stabilization spell, Ainz shouted. Logic correction, Anos shouted. The circle shot a beam of light into the sky. It hit the cracked block. The light spread through the red sky. It started to turn blue again. The twisted building started to straighten out. The gravity went back to normal. The executive looked at the light. No, he screamed. You are locking the file. I will not be zipped. The executive transformed. The giant face shrank. It turned into a humanoid shape. It looked like a knight made of black metal. It had a sword made of red glitch. It was smaller, but it felt stronger. The executive flew down. He landed in front of the warriors. He looked at Ainz and Anos. You two are the problem, he said. He raised his sword. He swung it at Ainz. But suddenly, a shadow blocked the sword. It was Sung Jin Woo. He was holding his daggers. Arise, Jin Woo said. A shadow army rose from the ground. Shadow knights, shadow dragons, shadow giants. They grabbed the executive. You have an army, the executive said. I have a legion. He snapped his fingers. The ground opened up. Dead villains rose from the ground. Frieza, Cell, Madara, Aizen, Blackbeard, Boros. But they were all grey and glitchy. They were zombie villains. Kill them, the executive ordered. The zombie villains charged. The anime warriors charged. It was a massive war. Goku fought zombie Frieza. Frieza laughed. He fired death beams. Goku dodged. You are just a memory, Goku said. You are not real. Goku punched Frieza. Frieza shattered like glass. Vegeta fought zombie Cell. Cell tried to absorb him. Vegeta blasted him away. I am stronger than the past, Vegeta yelled. Naruto fought zombie Madara. Madara summoned the meteor. Naruto threw a Rasen Shuriken. It cut the meteor in half. This is nostalgia, Naruto said. But I am the Hokage now. Ichigo fought zombie Aizen. Aizen used illusions. But Ichigo closed his eyes. I can sense your spirit, Ichigo said. He slashed Aizen. Luffy fought zombie Blackbeard. Blackbeard used darkness. Luffy used his white rubber powers. Darkness cannot beat the sun. Luffy laughed. He punched Blackbeard into the sky. Saitama stood there. Zombie Boros walked up to him. Boros powered up. He shot a giant beam. Saitama took it. He brushed dust off his suit. "Are you done?" Saitama asked. He slapped Boros. Boros turned into dust. The executive saw his army failing. He was angry. He swung his glitch sword. He cut through Jinwoo's shadows. He was fast. He appeared in front of Goku. He stabbed Goku. But Goku vanished. It was an after-image. Goku appeared behind him. Kamehameha. Goku fired the beam at point-blank range. The executive flew back. He crashed into the god tree. The tree started to glow. The executive laughed. "You fools. That is not just a tree. That is the server root. If I merge with it, I become the operating system." The executive melted into the tree. The tree turned black. The leaves turned into red eyes. The branches turned into claws. The tree began to grow. It grew bigger than the city. It grew bigger than the planet. "We have to cut it down," Ichigo yelled. "My sword can cut anything." Gojo looked at the tree. "It is too big. We need to hit the core. The core is inside the trunk." Goku looked at his friends. "One more time," Goku said. "We need to combine our attacks. But this time, we need to focus it on one point, like a drill." Vegeta nodded. "I will lead the charge." Naruto grinned. "I will provide the chakra cloak." Luffy smiled. "I will turn the air into rubber so we can bounce faster." They all gathered together. Naruto shared his chakra. Golden cloaks appeared on everyone. Luffy touched the ground. The ground turned into a trampoline. "Ready," Goku yelled. "Go." They all jumped. They bounced off the rubber ground. They flew like rockets toward the giant black tree. The tree fired lasers. It fired spikes. It fired monsters. But the warriors were too fast. They dodged and weaved. They were a team. Vegeta reached the tree first. Big bang attack. He blasted a hole in the trunk. Ichigo was next. Getsuga Tensho. He cut the hole deeper. Ainz used magic. Reality slash. He cut the wood. Gojo used purple. He erased the bark. They were digging a tunnel into the tree. Goku was at the back. He was charging his energy. He was waiting for the path to open. Jinwoo sent his shadows to hold the hole open. Saitama jumped in. Serious headbutt. He smashed through the hard inner wood. "There it is," Goku yelled. He saw the core. It was a red, glowing sphere in the center of the tree. It was beating like a heart. "That is the virus." Goku flew into the tunnel. Dragon Fist. A golden dragon wrapped around Goku. He flew straight at the red sphere. The executive's face appeared on the sphere. "No," he screamed. "You cannot delete me. I am eternal." Goku shouted. "You are just a bug, and we are the fix." Goku punched the sphere. The golden dragon bit into the red light. The sphere cracked. White light exploded from the cracks. The tree screamed. The whole world shook. The black bark started to peel off. The red eyes closed. The white light consumed everything. The warriors closed their eyes. They felt a pulling sensation. They felt like they were being stretched like noodles. They heard the administrator's voice again. "System restoration in progress. Separating files. Please wait." When Goku opened his eyes, he was falling. He looked down. He saw his house. He saw the real mountains. He saw the real river. He looked to his left. He saw Vegeta falling too. Vegeta looked at him. "Do not say a word, Kakarot," Vegeta yelled. They landed in the grass. Thud, thud. Goku sat up. He looked around. The weird city was gone. The floating islands were gone. The glitch monsters were gone. It was just Earth, normal Earth. Goku checked his power. It felt normal. Vegeta stood up. He checked his scouter. No signals from the other universes, Vegeta said. The ninja is gone. The pirate is gone. They are all back in their own worlds. Goku lay back in the grass. He laughed. That was crazy, Goku said. I thought we were stuck in the recycle bin forever. Vegeta looked at the sky. It seems the system finally worked. But we must be careful. The walls between worlds are thin now. Anyone could come through. Goku sat up. I hope so, Goku said. I want to fight them again. It was fun. Vegeta walked away. I'm going to train, Vegeta said. Next time I will be the one to save the day. Goku watched him go. He stood up. He dusted off his pants. He heard Chi-Chi calling him. Goku, dinner is ready. Goku smiled. Coming, Chi-Chi. He ran toward his house. But as he ran, he stepped on something. He looked down. It was a piece of black bark from the tree. It was still smoking. Goku picked it up. It crumbled into dust in his hand. But in the dust there was a small piece of paper. A note. Goku unfolded the note. It had writing on it. It was not computer code. It was handwriting. It said, "The tournament is not over. The true game begins now. The player." Goku frowned. The player? Who is the player? He looked to the sky. The stars were twinkling, but one star was blinking. It was blinking in a pattern. Dot, dash, dot, dash. Goku did not know what it meant, but he knew one thing. The adventure was not done. He put the note in his pocket. He clenched his fist. "I will be ready," he whispered. He walked into his house. The door closed. The screen faded to black. But then, in the darkness, a sound was heard. The sound of a coin dropping into a machine. A retro arcade sound. And a voice spoke. Level 2. Start. To be continued in episode 10.